and hear certain sounds, stuff that she's never was able to hear all her life because they are mutation or a hybrid. You see what I'm saying? So it was talking about this on certain specials and stuff like that. Now, it is imperative that black people, what happened is, black people still secrete this growth hormone, and it starts to shut down when they start going near 40, if they are not in a continuing cycle of learning. That's why it's key for black people, as they get older, they should, the more they should study. You know, they've done these things with people with Alzheimer's, and come to find out that the people who kept their mind busy didn't come down with Alzheimer's, or the people who kept their mind busy didn't come down with some form of senility. You see, being senile and stuff like that. So things go atrophied when you don't use it. You either use it or lose it. So it is key now with black people, even if it's shut down, they can reactivate it just by studying again these certain cells and these chakras, because it's all melanin based, will open back up for them. But that's what the growth hormone is. It's coming from the pituitary gland. And as a result, these white people can remember better, they can see colors better, they can taste foods better, all the things that they never could do because they had a lack of melanin. So this is much more potent, and it used to be administered by a doctor, but now what it is now, after years of this stuff, they've gotten it down now that they, like you're saying, if you could say they got these things in health food stores and stuff like that, it's still nothing but shit from that black people have automatically.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So before I ask the next question, I would like to give this sister here the opportunity of asking the question.
The question I have, Bobby, is pertaining to, on a subject, you made a mention of the brother who asked you to design a skirt for men.
Yeah.
In ancient Kemet, from my observations of ancient Egyptian depictions of society, remembering that we have evolved into a patriotic society, when we go into ancient Kemet and I see these depictions of society, the men wear skirts.
Yes.
And the women wear leggings.
Yes. Right.
They're like leggings.
Yes.
How did that get, we all know that it got twisted. Everything is upside down and turned around by the oppressors.
Now, yes, most ancient civilizations, the Romans wore skirts, the Greeks wore skirts in some things, and the Egyptians did wear skirts. As a matter of fact, the kilt, which you have in Ireland, is introduced into Europe by the Moors. You see what I'm saying? In Scotland, all that was colonized by the Moors, and so it was introduced into Europe by the Moors. So we do have ancient cultures wearing skirts, and which was not really be a bad idea even in the modern sense. But I happen to know that this particular guy was trying to deal with that metrosexual thing. But the pants or the leggings, especially the pants, is a European concept for one reason, because most of the pants we used to see, we didn't see full cut pants. Most of the pants of the European, the origin, or some of the first people to wear pants, they were very tight. And they became very tight because of trying to enhance the penis. So they wear pants in that particular aspect and all. And so there's a particular style like that, as well as it's interesting because some of the original Britons used to wear the leggings. So it's just a matter of the Europeans, whatever way they somehow reason this stuff got crossed up in what's called it. But even I will say this about, so yes, the Egyptians did wear skirts, or the Camites did wear skirts. I will say this about the Africans. other than the 1930s, which in the 1930s brought about with the European with the full cut baggy pants. That was the first time he wore real big baggy trousers. And then the Africans, usually even now, the trousers are very baggy. And are very baggy, and especially, and it makes common sense for a man to wear a skirt because of the simple fact, for one reason. Not in the homosexual thing, I'm just talking about the Egyptian Camite thing. And that is for this particular reason. We know now that the prostate cancer is coming from brief underwear. And not only that, the white boy goes as far as to put pork in the brief underwear, especially in Fruit of the Looms and stuff, to really fuck up the black man. We know that and stuff. My brother had done a research on it. We was on the radio about how they put the pork in the underwear. But the brief underwear actually is what causes prostate cancer. If you look at most fruits, nuts and stuff, and grapes and stuff, it hangs from the vine in nature. Exactly. Well, that's it hangs from the vine in nature. Well, our genitals will also supposed to hang. Supposed to be free. Supposed to be free, as well as a lot of sisters now, over the past so many years, been coming around with different types of yeast infections and stuff, and a lot of infections and all, because in actuality, she don't supposed to be wearing underwear. And we know that she don't supposed to be wearing bras because we know that the bras with the breast cancer and the what is it, the lymph nodes don't have a chance to clean out with the bras and stuff because it's all jammed all up. So we do know that type of thing. So we can say that was all changed around based on European society is backwards. But most of the time when we get fashion that's based on the European society, is always based on something that's sexual and a sexual inadequacy. So the Europeans, if you notice Napoleon, they had on the very tight pants, which are some of the first ones we get. But their waistcoats were cut up. Although they had the back would have the ducktails, the other part would be cut up and stuff, and that would expose the genital area. And the tight pants would somewhat give them a penis impression. So a lot of this stuff is based on his particular pathology, on why the whole pants thing comes out and stuff like that also. But I will say this particular part, most of the fashion that was given to the West was given to them by the Moors in Spain. Was given to the Moors in Spain. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you want to cut that?
Okay, we going on. We got to keep taking the pause because, you know, but everything is going smoothly. The question I have for you today is the NBA basketball players. We have Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, damn near all of these basketball players going out getting these white hoes, man. They are in the wrong womb. They get in the wrong womb, brother.
Right.
So what's up with Kobe Bryant now? We know that this right here, we know that these motherfuckers set this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
They say he's a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let's send this little white 19-year-old Babylonian hoe up there, and Kobe Bryant is going to fall for it.
It's interesting because they got this on Rolling Out magazine.
Rolling Out.
Which is
yeah, he's rolling out of the NBA.
Yeah, right. Which is put together by a guy that I went to college with named Munson Steve.
But what he got him with though?
But, you know, here's one they talk about, and it says, celebrity traps, old trick still works. You see. Old trick still works. You know what I'm saying? And they got Kobe Bryant, they got R. Kelly, they got Michael Jackson, they got, what's your boy? Mike Tyson. Who is the brother? You know this brother here? I can't think of who this brother is in there. In the.
Oh, that look like. Nah, that ain't Mace, man. Nah.
Well, they'll say it in the article, but I just.
Yeah.
They'll say it in the article and stuff. But anyway, they'll say it in the article who it is. But the key here is it's the same old story. Let me give you the esoteric part on why they do things in cycles. Number one, next year will be the 10th year anniversary of Nicole Simpson's death, O.J. Simpson's ex-wife. But 10 years ago, the basketball world, and because there's always a cycle when they do things, 10 years ago, the basketball world was rocked with a scandal. With a scandal. Michael Jordan's father was killed in South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, around that area. And then, which led to Michael Jordan retiring from the NBA in the fall of the year. But around this time right here is when Michael Jordan's father died. You see what I'm saying? Which is showing you how the scandal goes. Now it's interesting here. 10 years later, we got the Kobe Bryant incident in this particular aspect that's going on, and it'll be one more year before the greatest sensational trial in American history of the O.J. Simpson thing. So now, what is interesting here is we never learn. So, you know, and we never learn anything. Now, here's this little boy, he graduates high school, he comes straight to the NBA, and the first thing he does, he reached stardom at a very fast pace, and the next thing you know, he's marrying some white girl. His parents didn't even approve of it. They didn't even talk to him until this year. They didn't even approve of the damn thing. As far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of glad it happened, because I'm sick of the black person not taking responsibility. We figure we can just marry any white person anytime we feel like it. And at this particular time, you can't tell no black people that you should be staying with your own people. You can't tell black people that you should be staying with your own people or marrying your own species half. And I say this too, that the white man is better than the black man when it comes to marrying his own white woman, because en masse, he marries his woman, the ones who got some notoriety and any type of stature or status in this society. They marry their own women. And the white man can damn near have any woman he wants, because he runs the world and he has money. And here it is, being the ruling member of the society. They marry their woman. They might sleep around with all different races or black women, but in mass. Now, I'm not saying that everything is monolithic, but I'm saying in mass he marries his woman, especially the ones that have some type of notoriety or stardom in the society as an icon. It is key to marry your species half if you want your race to have a perfect view. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a perfect esteem about itself. Then you need to present the mother of that race as being the criteria. Now that's just basic common sense and survival. Okay? So in so many words, now you say, well, the white woman marries the black man, but there are more white women in the country. You see what I'm saying? And out of all, there are less black men than black women, white men, and doggone white women. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So here it is, you are the minority of the minority, and here you are, every time you get it, we counted over 90 black people in Hollywood and in the music industry, and mainly Hollywood though, that married white people. Now that means that there's not that many black people in Hollywood, period. Even if you count the whole 100 years of black entertainment, you never had that many. So to have 90 people, that means that basically you got damn near 90%. You see what I'm saying? 90% damn near. You know, that marries outside of the race. Whereas we can count the number of black people that got married to somebody white. What's her name had Tukey Smith for years. That was Willie Ware. The Willie got Willie Smith's sister, Robert De Niro, but he ultimately married a white woman. He had a bunch of black women. You had Clint Eastwood got a black woman now. She's a black woman out in Monterey, California. But hell, she's a young ass sister in her 30s, and this nigga here is damn near 70. See what I'm saying? So shit, he done been wore out for fucking 40 years, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They're saying he can get your woman now. The point I'm trying to make here is, with every elite black person is damn near married to white people. So when we hear this whole thing about it don't matter, y'all don't know why you saying this here, people don't get into color, ask this question: why the elite white people are not marrying the black woman and outside of the race? You see what I'm saying? So this nigga here, obviously, white women, Kobe Bryant we talking about, white women is his choice. That's his preference.
And I say to the sisters out there that be wearing Kobe Bryant's number, you know, the basketball jersey, now they got a skirt out, a fitted skirt. You saw that? With the basketball NBA names players on it? So the sisters walked by and I said, I don't know why you got that on. He don't like
it.
He showed you he don't want no black
woman, because not only that, he's cheating on his woman with another white woman.
That's right.
And you got to understand what's really going on. Now let me show you. Now I tell you, everything go in a cycle. We 1 year away from the greatest sensation in American history when it comes to that interracial couple shit, was the O.J. Simpson incident. Nicole died in 1994. We 1 year away. Now, they showed the mugshot of O.J. Simpson on Time Magazine, a dark, gloomy mugshot. They repeated it because Sports Illustrated this week got a mugshot of Kobe Bryant.
Looking like a fucking monkey, don't it?
That's right.
Yeah. 10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary. See, they're going into this thing again to get the sensation going on. Mind you me, now here goes again. They charged him during the summer solstice and near the Sirius rising, the African New Year. Number 2. Now let me show you something else too. Now, Entertainment Tonight, which is America's #1 entertainment show, because it's the oldest now, and it's, you know, as far as that type of format. Entertainment Tonight, when they wanted to get a correspondent, because most of this stuff is white. They never even had Kobe Bryant even on the damn show. But all of a sudden, now they got him on there because it's negative. Whenever they wanted to have a correspondent to deal with this Kobe Bryant case, guess who they go to get? Marsha Clark, the same person who was the prosecution against O.J. We ain't seen this cracker since she lost the fucking case. Now, she reactivated up there with the Kobe Bryant thing. So what are they insinuating? To go get Marsha Clark. Nothing is done by accident. They're not getting Marsha Clark and reactivating this rheumatism ass bitch ass up because she's just the best person for the case. Hell, they could have got anybody to report on it. It's a ritual. They're getting Marsha Clark because they're trying to tell you this is the same shit that's going down that went down with O.J. Simpson. And she said, well, because she's being kind of conservative because she got her ass whipped. You see what I'm saying? 9 years ago. She's being kind of conservative. So she said, well, they might not get him on the rape thing. Now, we're not saying, we know now, based on Mike Tyson, that any nigga can go to jail with rape.
That's right, and Tupac.
That's right, and Tupac. That any nigga can get locked up based on rape.
Because,
so that don't stand no more about, you holler rape and everybody get off. They send a nigga ass to jail.
Because they know that the black man is guilty before proven guilty.
And not only that,
in their mind, this is what I'm saying.
And not only, if these two niggas can go to jail with raping black women,
oh yeah,
and this shit was false, what you think about a white woman?
And especially a 19-year-old so-called milky white, one of they goddesses.
In a state that's 4%, a state that has only one town that's 4% black, and that's Denver. The rest of Colorado is all white. Now, here it is. So we can't say that no more, but this is what Marsha Clark said. Just because I got my ass whipped, but just in case he does get off, she said he finished. Because he's an admitted adulterer. He admitted that he slept with this woman, but guess what? He's finished in this thing. Because of the contract or the clause of all his endorsements, he just threw away $100 million in endorsements that's gone. Even if he walks away from the trial, they've already won the shit because this nigga done threw away $100 million endorsement going off of some white pussy that the black community won't fucking see.
And you know this dude, he can have any black young woman
That's
out
right.
there that he wanted. In fact, they probably would have just gave it to him for nothing, man.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's a stupid motherfucker. I'm happy for...
I am happy. I'm happy, and I hope the same thing. I'm happy. I want them to get Snigger Woods next.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
If they can get Snigger Woods. This asshole was such a savage until Jackie Robinson's wife, on the 50th anniversary of him breaking the color line, because despite what you think, that's the reason why these black athletes are in the thing. Now, because somebody had to be the first catalyst to break the color line. Jackie Robinson's wife. The 50, no. Jackie Robinson's wife, on the 50-year anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color line, she wanted, on a celebration that included Bill Clinton was the president. I think that was 1997, and it was 1957 that he broke the, 47 that he broke the color line. In 1997, they had a celebration, and Jackie Robinson's wife wanted Snigger Woods to come to the celebration, and Bill Clinton called Snigger Woods' ass to come to the celebration, and he declined Jackie Robinson's wife, and he don't understand the only reason why, especially with him being in golf, which was one of the last to integrate, that's a homecoming and was very important. This man that don't want to be black so bad, didn't even want to be associated with history, declined to come to the celebration at Yankee Stadium that had President Clinton, who called this motherfucker for whatever it's worth, to be there. He declined the shit, and Jackie Robinson might later on gonna apologize. A fucking nigger got his white woman. I'm waiting for that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? All these Negroes and stuff like that, I don't give a shit. Black woman is goddamn in crisis when it comes to fucking the black man and when it comes to matters of love. Because the number one shit on this planet when it comes to a black woman is the matters of love.
Now check this out. As I'm out there on 125th Street, and I speak to my sisters every day, I tell them how beautiful you are carrying the fruit of life in your womb. You know I don't want to. I mean, you're beautiful. They look at me with so much evil in their eyes, man. Why do the black woman hate the black man? Could it be because she don't really see the black man no more? I mean, like a physical man, she don't see us as a black man anymore.
Yeah, that's
you know
true
too. Whereas we won't go as far as we will protect them.
Right.
By any means necessary, like the white man will do his woman.
Yeah.
We don't look at our woman as sacred to us anymore.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I'm looking at.
Well, Malcolm said she's the most
so
Malcolm said she's the most unprotected woman on the planet.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying like that? She's the most unprotected woman on the planet. But my point here is I know how I feel sometimes when I see a beautiful black woman walking with a white man.
Oh, man.
So can you imagine how a sister got to put up with this shit when it's run of the mill now when it comes to the sisters? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, as far as the protection, it's got a lot to do with a lot of things, and our slate is not clean. Our slate is also not clean. Also, in the particular aspect of us being an absentee landlord with shit. You know what I'm saying? Where shit is run of the mill. You know, it's just amazing. I mean, it's a combination of things, you see what I'm saying, as well as the image. But then again, on the other hand, it's not like we are angels with shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to work towards a utopian plateau. You know, so damn, this, you know, the same bug bit her, bit us too, and the bug bit us, bit her too, but it still got to be a utopian plateau. But I can come to the defense, because one